a silent village tucked between ancient mountains, where nights hum with wind and days move slowly, almost as if time itself walks barefoot. In this forgotten village lived a man named Elier, known by everyone as the blind craftsman. But Elier wasn't always blind. Years ago, he was the finest woodcarver in the entire region. People would walk miles just to buy the pieces shaped by his hands, pieces that held stories, emotion, and life. But fate, as it often does, took a sharp turn. A tragic accident stole his eyesight, and with it, the world he once shaped with such precision. Everyone said his life was over. Everyone except Elier. What happens to a man who loses the very skill the world knows him for? Does he fade, or does he rise? This question is where Elier's real story begins. The struggle that no one saw. The village pitied him. Children whispered. Shopkeepers lowered their eyes. Even his closest friends avoided speaking of woodcarving around him as if the word itself was a wound. But every morning, Elier quietly walked to his old workshop. He would sit among the scent of cedar wood, run his hands across his unused tools, and breathe deeply as though memorizing what life used to feel like. One evening, after months of silence, his trembling hands found a piece of raw wood, and something inside him whispered, "Maybe your eyes are gone, but your gift isn't." That night, he made his first cut. The piece was crooked, uneven, broken, but it was the beginning. People thought blindness ended his craft. They didn't know blindness was about to redefine it. One day, a young traveler came to the village. He had heard stories, not of Elier's fame, but of his tragedy. Curious, he knocked on the old workshop door. Inside, he found Elier carving not with the confidence of a master, but with the fierce determination of someone wrestling with his fate. The traveler asked softly, "How can you carve without seeing?" Elier smiled faintly. "My eyes no longer serve me, but my hands remember, and my heart guides what my hands forget." Those words would change both their lives. The rise of a new mastery. The traveler returned every day. He began helping Elier organize tools, arrange wood, prepare materials. With time, Elier rediscovered textures, rough, smooth, curvature, telling him exactly where to cut, where to polish, where to breathe life. Slowly, astonishingly, his pieces began to transform. They were no longer the perfect, polished carvings he once made. They were deeper emotion, carved into wood. People were stunned. "How is this possible?" they whispered. "How can a blind man create something we didn't even imagine?" Soon, tales of the blind craftsman traveled beyond villages, beyond towns, until strangers from distant cities arrived to buy his work. But Elier always said the same words: "I do not carve what I see. I carve what I feel." His blindness wasn't the end of his story. It was the beginning of a new vision. Years later, the traveler, now an adult, confessed something to Elier. "I was lost when I came here. Watching you fight your darkness helped me fight mine." Elier placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "Light doesn't always come from the eyes. Sometimes it comes from the courage to move in the dark." Elier's life teaches us, your limitations are not your end, just a different beginning. When life blinds you, let your heart guide you. Real vision is not about seeing the world, but feeling your purpose. And that is how the blind craftsman lit a torch in a world that once believed he lived in darkness.